Hello, and welcome to Stocks and Tarot. In this channel, we explore the world of finance and the stock market through the magic of tarot. Artificial intelligence has been all over the news the last little while. Ever since the launch last November of OpenAI's chatbot, stocks and AI-related companies are now starting to surge. You know, ChatGPT is fun and it's fascinating, and it shows us that we're at the very beginning of some amazing and promising times for the artificial intelligence space. But where exactly is AI technology heading? Will AI technologies benefit humanity in the long run, or will they hinder our existence? With this in mind, the question I asked the tarot for this video was, ChatGPT and AI, should we be worried? Find out the answer at the end of this video. Now, let's jump right into the reading. For this reading, I used a 3-card spread. The first card represents the recent past, the second card the current situation, and the third card the near future. As I was shuffling the deck, there was only one jumper card in this reading, so I pulled a second for clarity purposes. I also check out the card at the bottom of the deck to see what kind of hidden influences and hidden meanings may be lying there. The bottom card also tells us something about what lies at the foundation of this reading. So here we go. Recent past. For this position, I pulled the 9 of Pentacles in a reversed position. And the keywords to look at for the 9 of Pentacles would be loss, living beyond your means, material instability, insecurity, stagnation, reckless spending, self-doubt, financial dependence, and it can also speak to shady business deals. This card indicates a loss of stability, security, and independence. Now, while the 9 of Pentacles upright speaks to abundance and prosperity, the appearance of this card in the reversed position suggests that the development of AI technologies have faced some serious financial challenges, and that the AI space has had a hard time finding its financial footing. I feel this card is a call for increased vigilance against shady actors that may wish to exploit financially vulnerable developers and researchers. Financial instability and uncertainty leaves researchers and developers and companies in the AI space vulnerable. That's what this card says to me. But it is in the recent past position, so we're moving through this period. Which brings us to the current situation. Now, the card I pulled for the current situation is the Magician. And again, this card is reversed. Now, keywords to consider for the Magician, it represents greed. In a reverse position, it speaks to manipulation, trickery, deception, indecision, missed opportunities, illusion, evaluating risk, hidden agendas, unfulfilled potential, misfortune, insecurity, and intimidation. It's pretty serious stuff there. You know, the reverse Magician card suggests a lack of confidence as well in one's abilities and a failure to take control of a situation. When this card is upright, it represents manifestation and manipulation, and reversed, it serves as a warning. And this card continues on with the message of the previous card, which was the reversed 9 of Pentacles. Together, they warn or caution us about deception, manipulation, and the hidden dangers that lurk in the AI space. Like the reversed 9 of Pentacles, the Magician reversed also speaks to shady characters and nefarious motives. This card says that there is a very real risk that AI technologies might end up in the wrong hands. And I feel that this fear, while valid, eventually will inhibit the growth of AI technologies as developers and researchers seek to develop safer AI technologies out of an abundance of caution. But while the reversed Magician can serve as a warning, sometimes it also speaks to a shift in mindset taking place and can indicate that companies are starting to move past those fears, allowing for positive forward movement for AI technologies. So, it's not all doom and gloom with this card. for the near future. The card I pulled was the Page of Swords, now in an upright position. This is a good omen. The Page of Swords represents clarity, energy, passion, enthusiasm, a new perspective or direction, inspiration, vigilance, being alert, new ideas for making money, and can also speak to sound decisions. Now, this was a nice card to see considering the two previous cards. And this Page of Swords is commonly associated with expression and decision-making and the workings of the mind. In this reading, perhaps it's speaking to the workings of the artificial mind. Food for thought. The Page of Swords is an important card in this reading. And along with the Seven of Cups, which we'll get to shortly, this card really resonated with me. As I said earlier, I interpret this card as a good omen. To me, the Page of Swords indicates the direction that AI is heading in the near future. It symbolizes that active decisions are being made as we speak, and that these decisions are already putting AI on the right path moving forward. To me, this card speaks to clarity, insight, and thoughtfulness. The previous card, the Reversed Magician, spoke of the possibility of a shift in mindset taking place, moving past one's fears. Here, the Page of Swords in the near future position says to be that in spite of recent turbulence. Now, if we take a look at the wind-blown trees and the turbulent clouds in this card, there's very clear turbulence indicated here. But in spite of that, this card is saying that companies will find clarity and direction moving forward with AI technologies. Now, it's still in the early stages of the AI revolution, and it will soon become clear who the ethical and responsible partners will be. Already, companies are withholding some technologies from the public due to the potential for misuse. Filters are being put in place to prevent inappropriate AI-generated content. To me, this is the work of the Page of Swords, or what the Page of Swords is speaking to in this reading. This card also says that AI leaders will move forward with the development of AI technologies with more determination, courage, enthusiasm, and confidence. Expect more and more news of mergers and acquisitions in the AI space in the very near future. In this reading, the Reversed Nine of Pentacles, Reversed Magician, and Upright Page of Swords indicates a challenging and unstable situation. The Reversed Nine of Pentacles suggests a loss of stability, security, and independence, while the Reversed Magician represents a lack of confidence in one's abilities and a failure to take control. Now, the Upright Page of Swords suggests communication and decision-making. And in this context, it indicates that despite challenges, leaders in the AI space are seeking clarity and are trying to make the right decisions to put AI on the right path moving forward. Clarity cards. There was two. One was a jumper, and the other one I pulled for clarity. And the first clarity card I pulled, actually, it was a jumper. It was the Five of Wands, again, reversed. A lot of reversed cards in this reading, I've noticed. Five of Wands reversed represents an end of conflict, and it can sometimes represent avoiding conflict, cooperation, agreements, truces, harmony, peace, and stability. The reverse Five of Wands represents a resolution to conflicts and an end to competition or an avoidance of a confrontation. In this reading, the Five of Wands reversed provides us with some reassurance that all will be well. I think this is a good card to have right after the Page of Swords. It's a little bit more, like I said, reassurance that things are heading in the right direction. This card suggests that there's a desire for peace and cooperation in the development of AI technologies. Now, while the Page of Swords brings forth enthusiasm and energy, the Five of Wands reversed advises us to focus and to move forward with cooperation and harmony. Now, the next card that I pulled this one intuitively for clarity was the Seven of Cups. And there's two cards in this reading that really stood out to me. The Page of Swords is one, and the Seven of Cups is another. Seven of Cups upright speaks to illusion and delusion and too many choices. It can also speak to imagination, searching for purpose, illusion, fantasy, daydreaming, wishful thinking, indecision, temptation, distraction, and uncertainty. And I think this card is really speaking to the environment right now, the current environment in the AI space and within companies that are developing AI technologies. They're trying to find their footing. They're trying to find financing. They're trying to find a direction. And the Seven of Cups here represents difficult choices, an illusion, and a need to focus on one's priorities and goals. Now, this continues on with what seems to be the common message running through this entire reading. And the Seven of Cups is a powerful reminder of the potential consequences of the decisions being made and the actions taken by those who are leading the way in AI. Let's explore it a little deeper. Now, there's 7 symbols in this card, 7 cups and 7 symbols, and each of them can be interpreted as issues currently in front of decision makers in the AI space. For instance, the jewels. The jewels represent perhaps the value of data and information. There's a castle. This could symbolize security and the protection of data or AI systems. There is a wreath, and the wreath represents success and achievement in developing AI technologies. The dragon symbolizes the potential danger and the risks associated with AI, such as bias or misuse. And the snake can stand for deception and the need to be cautious when it comes to AI development and implementation. There's a shrouded figure. This could symbolize the unknown or the hidden aspects of AI technologies. And the cloud. This could represent cloud-based infrastructure, which supports many AI applications. Or it could represent the potential for AI to access vast amounts of data and information. And then, of course, at this card, there's the skull. And the skull image in this card in particular stands out to me. The skull symbolizes death, and the laurel wreath above it symbolizes victory over death. Now, isn't this the idea of immortality, of being remembered after your death by words, actions, and deeds? That's really the true immortality. But the warning here is that the perception of these deeds is subjective. And what I mean by that is this. What may seem positive to one person may be seen as negative by another. You know, an action that might be perceived as evil or wrong is not necessarily the perception of the person taking the action or committing the evil or wrong. Evil doesn't necessarily see itself as such. Sometimes evil sees itself as righteous and noble. So this is telling us to take a look at the motivations, true motivations and intentions behind those who are trying to influence the direction of artificial intelligence at this time. You know, I also think it's important to once again point out the important role that money has in the AI space. You know, the Nine of Pentacles reversed really speaks to this. You know, OpenAI, for instance, one company, initially started as a not-for-profit organization, but has recently announced that they would be seeking profits, albeit with a cap on the amount of profits that can be generated. Now, while this decision may be well-intentioned, intuitively, I feel that this is a slippery slope. And it allows big money access and greater influence in the artificial intelligence space right now. But with that said, however, the recent deal between OpenAI and Microsoft, second deal, I believe, with Microsoft, they just committed to a $10 billion investment in OpenAI. And it shows that some financial stability is entering the sphere. And I sense this is a good move. And again, that speaks to the reverse Knight of Pentacles that we were looking at earlier. Stability and financial stability is very important and needed in this emerging space right now. This card, the Seven of Cups, is also repeating the message that we must be vigilant when it comes to the decisions we make that impact the future of artificial intelligence. It won't always be easy to see what decisions need to be taken to ensure that AI is used for the greater good. We must ensure that this revolution that is currently happening doesn't mainly satisfy the greed and egos of those who wish to use the technology for their own purposes. And I think that's really what the Seven of Cups in this reading is telling us. There's so much decisions and so many choices and confusion and illusion and delusion happening right now. So it's vital that those who are creators of artificial intelligence at this time make good decisions and make proper decisions and steer this technology in a good direction. Because the decisions that are made today in the AI space will impact all of us for a long time to come. Now, we're going to move on to the bottom of the deck. And at the bottom of the deck, the card was the reversed Four of Wands. Now, the bottom card to me always speaks to hidden influences and hidden meanings, and it can also speak to the foundation of the whole reading. And the Four of Wands reversed represents a lack of support, instability, conflict between family, community, conflict between community or work colleagues, perhaps. It can speak to transition, disruption, restlessness, imbalance, or a lack of alignment. And sometimes it can speak to difficulties in finding common ground or agreement. These cards are all showing instability and indecision and conflict and the desire to move beyond conflict and a movement towards clarity. All these cards are saying basically the same type of thing and giving the same types of warnings. And the Four of Wands, again, at this position at the bottom of the deck, is saying to me that this is the current foundation of the AI space right now, that the big players involved have yet to find their way. The Page of Swords has yet to appear to help guide them and to show them clarity or give them clarity. This card speaks to a current delay or disruption in celebrations, a lack of harmony and instability, like I mentioned, and sometimes it can speak to a need to reassess priorities and goals. Again, let's go back to the Seven of Cups. It's all about goals and priorities and decisions and making choices. This card really highlights the pressing importance of reassessing priorities and goals and of addressing disruptions before moving forward. Now, speaking again of hidden influences or hidden meanings, maybe this is speaking to boardroom disagreements that are currently taking place that nobody else is aware of outside of the corporate sphere. There could be disagreements about the future of AI and the use of AI technologies. It could also speak to the powerful and often unseen influence of large corporations when it comes to decision making and the future directions of AI technology. Money's a powerful influencer and manipulator, and big corporations have a lot of clout. And sometimes corporations make decisions that are best for shareholders and the company and society and the public at large are a very secondary consideration. So this card could be speaking to that as well. Now, to sum it all up, my intuitive interpretation of all this, well, it seems clear to me that artificial intelligence is still finding direction. That this is the very beginning of a new era for artificial intelligence. The cards say that this is a time of decision making, and that the decisions we make are vital. That the decisions we're making now are vital, and that decisions are going to have a profound effect on the future of AI and our future as humans coexisting with artificial intelligence. It's basically what these cards are really saying. I also think that this time right now, this current time with AI can easily be compared to the beginnings of the internet. Think of the companies that were involved back then and the decisions that were being made to keep the internet free and open, and all the filters and the guardrails that were put in place to try and limit harmful content and access to harmful content by those who really shouldn't be seeing it, i.e. minors, for instance. As for the money matters, well, as I mentioned, the Microsoft deal with OpenAI seems to be a good first step, perhaps, in helping the AI space find some financial stability. I do get a good feeling about that deal. I think it's a good step in the right direction. But as I mentioned, I do feel that the introduction of profit, even capped profit in this sphere, has opened a door that may not lead to desired outcomes. It kind of erodes the best intentions, perhaps, of those who are developing technologies right now. There's a lot of players and interested parties in the AI space, and like I said, not all of them have good intentions. I really see a lot of fog, clairvoyantly speaking, or if I had to pull up a symbol of what's in my mind's eye regarding all this, I see fog. I see fog swirling around the question of whether or not we should be worried. And I interpret this to mean that it's still too early to answer that question. While there are some good first steps being taken care of to ensure the good use of AI, the future is far from clear. Page of Swords hasn't done his work yet. It's crucial that leaders of these technologies, of the development of these technologies, seek clarity, and they make good and bold decisions, and they set in place firm guardrails for the development and implementation of AI technologies right now. What they do in the present as we speak is going to impact us all for many years to come. But the guardrails, again, while necessary, might also prove to be obstacles in the advancement of AI, as researchers and regulators will keep some technologies secret and out of the public eye, out of concern for misuse. So maybe an overabundance of caution is going to hinder some of the growth and progress in AI technologies. It's hard to say. This may be a time of incredible growth and transformation, but it will require effort, insight, and determination to overcome challenges in order to secure lasting stability and peace. So, should we be worried about the emergence of AI? Well, my feeling is not yet, but we should definitely be concerned, and we should definitely remain vigilant, as we are just the beginning stages of this revolution. The future of AI and its impact on society is still foggy. It's murky and it's unclear. And I'll repeat again, we need to pay special attention to the impact that big money has on the AI space, because it influences important decisions. And those decisions need to be made as we move forward. But again, there are signs that the proper controls and guardrails are being put in place, and that the AI space will find its footing. So we're heading towards the Page of Swords, because it says, in the near future position, it says that insight and thoughtfulness is at play amongst decision makers as they're moving forward, and we're on the right path. That's what the Page of Swords is telling me. Let's hope those in power and those who are developing these technologies can contain the genie now that it's out of the bottle. But only time will tell. That's it for this reading. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please be sure to subscribe and hit the like button and leave your comments below. Your support is very much appreciated. Thanks again, and see you next time.